This questions that you'll get on SLAI, and this is asking you to plot the equation. So they tell you what the equation is. F of x is equal to 0.225 x cubed minus 2.7x. You're going to be drawing that onto your calculator, and then you're copying it onto the grid that they've given for you. So it says that it's between -3 and 3 for x. So that's a key piece of information that we need to think about when we come to do our question. It says that there's a minimum point at A. So we need to neatly sketch the graph, and we need to indicate A and the x and y intercepts onto the graph. So for this, we're going to be using our calculator. So we're going to be going to y equals and clearing whatever is in there already. And we have 0.225, and it's x to the power of 3 minus 2.7x. So we're going to be graphing this function. So we're going to go onto the graph, and as you can see at the moment, mine doesn't look very clear, and I still have these dots, which tells me that I've probably got a statistics plot on. So I'm just going to go into here and turn it off, and now it looks a little bit better. Now I'm going to go into window, and I'm going to change my window into what they gave me, and you can see here it goes from 4 to -4 on the y and -4 to 4 on the x. So I'm going to change it to the same so that when I'm drawing it, it makes it a little bit easier. So just changing it from -4 to 4 on both of my axes. And I can see that that's what it looks like. Now, in order to sketch it properly, I need to think about where it crosses the x-axis and any points of interest, any maximum or minimum points. So I'm going to go into calculations, and I'm going to first of all find my minimum point. So I'm just going to click along here and choose something to the left and something to the right of it. And I can see that my minimum point is at 2, or near enough, x is 2, and y equals -3.6. So let's put that on there. X is 2, and y is -3.6. So it's somewhere around here. And I can label that point on because I'm told that that one is A. So that's 2 to 3 significant figures minus 3.6. And then I'm going to try to find my maximum point for the other side. So I have a maximum point over on the other side. Now it looks like it might be symmetrical, but let's check. So I'm just going to click to the left and then click again to the right. And again, yep, that is symmetrical. So it's at -2 and 3.6. Okay, and that's my maximum minimum point. It looks like it goes through 0, 0, but I can just double check that one. So I can look for my zeros, and I can see there's something between here, and yes, it is 0, 0. So let's mark on that it goes through 0, 0. And the last thing then is that I just want to double check what the value is at 3 and -3, because you can see we're told to stop sketching it at that point. So to do that, I'm going to go to the table, and at 3, the value is -2 point something. So it should be slightly less than 2 when I come to plot it. So it might finish around about here. And then if I look on the -3, so -3 is again just above the 2. So I should be finishing just above the 2 each time. And now I can start to plot this function. So I'm going to just copy it onto my sketch, and it looks something like this. Okay. Now the things that we're looking for when we're marking your work is the first one is the shape of the graph. So have you got the rough kind of N shape? Does it end at the right point? So at the end points at -3 and 3, which you're told here in the question, does your graph end at those points, or did you accidentally continue it on? And where it ends, is it slightly above the 2 and below the -2, which we've just found? So we're going to be looking at the end points. And then we're also going to be looking at your domain. So that's the x value. Now you're told that x is between 3 and -3. Did you successfully finish it at 3 and -3, or did you accidentally continue it? Okay, so we're looking at the domain. We're also looking for the maximum and the minimum points. Are they in the right place? Is the 0 marked on correctly and in the right place? And last of all, did you mark on coordinate A, which you were told to? Okay, it says in the question, clearly indicating point A with coordinates. So you needed to have this point A labelled on there as well. And that's all we need to do for that question. So it's worth 5 marks, and we've got the marks there allocated for it.